Alright, so we've got a plan for basically the rest of our lives. And that plan does not involve these tires. It's so weird to me that I don't think there's ever a reason to use the snow tires. Yeah, so we're going to get some crazy buffs to our cornering and so on pretty soon, because we're going to jump like halfway up the bike chain in terms of hierarchy and so on. Thankfully, there's no real pressure to perform in this race. I'll still, of course, try to not do awful, but we've already placed well enough that no matter how poorly we do, we're not going to run into problems of anyone actually taking first from us. Snow. Oh, there's some parts here that are actually just snow too. Oh, these are some hops to do. That'll be an experience. Get a real running start here. I did undo the tuning of my bike, yeah, when I did the freestyle. Just trying to be sure I'm not using silly stats here. I don't know if I want to preload there or not. But we're not. The thing is, we're not going to get way better like speed and acceleration really from the next bike we get. It's mostly just going to be we're going to have way better handling. But that should mean, I think that'll mean we keep better grip and have a better turn radius and so on. So we can take turns way faster, which should probably help us a good deal on, well, basically every race, but especially like Supercross and so on. Okay, thanks, cool. But yeah, that'll hopefully make things a bit more doable. I can see why... That's a ramp I've never seen anywhere else in this game. I can see why I have so much difficulty on certain event types, namely Supercross, with this particular loadout right now, seeing as how... And one, I still think there's just a skill problem for me with... Oh, that's not what I should have done. Cool. With taking those, like the bumps and whatnot. But on top of that... Oh boy. But, I also have a bike that's just really slow and inefficient on tight turns. You know, it's gone straightaways, so... I'm at a disadvantage there. Like, even that turn there, like, I just lost all of my grip. Which was pretty silly. And me having some understanding now of the technique of at least retaining grip by letting go of the gas every now and then, that may help me in Supercross, but also just having better handling, or like a bike that can take tighter turns in general while retaining the high top speed I already have will probably prove pretty useful. A long course though, my god. I don't know if I find this one quite as fun as the couple before it. This one is fairly technical, though. I think my favorite... So, 2 races before this one, I think it was 2 races before. Because it was one that was Gecko, whatever. That one was not very technical at all, I didn't feel like. Just a real fun, smooth ride. The one after it was a bit more technical, but also still had, I don't know, like roller coaster kind of feel to it that I really enjoyed. This one has less of the fun, high velocity, windy ride. A bit of it still, but less of it. And is a good deal more technical. I think the right balance was the race before this one. Stop that. Do I want to hit the bigger jump here? That worked out okay. Do not do a preload there this time. And here I think I want to be on the right. Yep. The fastest thing to do is probably go right through the middle there. Oh, that wasn't right. There you go. Nope. in this part, you want to have enough speed to actually make the jump. Yeah, see, that part is actually quite technical. Like, on par with some of the tougher Supercross courses we've been on so far, which are not any of the pro ones, so I can only imagine the pro Supercross courses will get nightmarish with the kinds of hills you'll be taking on them. And Supercross is just, like, exclusively two things, and both of which I'm bad at. It's partly because of stats, partly because of my own skill with the game. But, it's hills that I'm bad at skill-wise, and it's turns that I'm not sure I'm great at skill-wise, but I definitely have the wrong bike for, so... Oh, someone fix the sign. Just frustratingly fixing it between people driving by. Don't land on the fence. Yeah, though I don't dislike this course. It just falls more on the technical side than I like compared to its predecessor. I still am of the opinion that the really long races like these should, really long national races, should just be 3 instead of... There you go, keep a bit more speed there. Should just be 3 rather than 5 laps. I just don't see any gain from them being as long as they are. I do like that even I'll have a section that's full-on snow instead of road as well. So yeah, you have to work some different, some terrain that handles differently. There you go, that was okay. Okay, I'm feeling pretty okay about this course, despite, I mean, lots of the more technical ones, you just have to learn your way around them. And the tricky part of the Supercross is I tended not to. Like, I do a track however many times, I just never figure out what the right way is to take some hills and so on. I feel like the national courses, I usually do figure out how to take them to some meaningful degree. Not totally. Am I just way ahead of everyone right now? No, I thought there was someone close to me. Like that I didn't take well at all just now, for instance. I think part might just be I seem to get penalized less for messing those up than I do for Supercross events. That's what you get. Again, didn't do that on purpose, but it worked out well. I don't make an effort to knock anyone over, it's just that when I see the possibility that's going to happen soon, I just let it happen. I don't try to stop it. Probably should have preloaded somewhere there. Yeah, I think it's also just less exact than the Nationals versus Supercross on these kinds of hills. But there are also cases where it feels like, oh hey, I figure after running through it a few times, it's good to go on this side, which has less, like a smaller hill and so on. Like here, I go on the right, and if I was going faster, it would have worked a bit better, but I managed to keep my speed up a good deal, and that actually helps you get ahead of everyone, or at least stay even with them and so on. Whereas on the Supercross courses, it's just like every single time I touch any of those courses. And see, that's what I think you kind of want to try to do, although kind of lost speed afterwards anyways. You absolutely do not want to hit that hill on the right, I don't think. Because then you just... at best, it's going to drop you right into the ravine. But I do figure out, oh hey, it's better to go this place rather than that place. Part of it might be that I tend to figure out, oh hey, you can just dodge this hill, and it's better to do that. That tends to be what happens for me with these. Let's just jump over this, I guess. I don't know if that forks on the left and you can go that way or not. I tend to figure out okay, you can just avoid this hill or take this hill or whatever. And that works for me. Whereas, at least in the Supercross events I've done so far, the amateur ones, this might change for the pro ones. There's not usually much in the way of hills that are different depending on which side of the course you're on. It's usually the same across the entire width of the track. So you don't have that element of choice. Maybe I will have a slightly easier time in some of the Supercross races if that is an element now. If I can choose which hills to take and not. And I hope the new bike I get doesn't sound awful. I don't remember any of them sounding bad except for the ones that are connected to the tutorial, but we'll see. Okay, someone just caught up to me a good deal. I don't like that. I'm still managing fine. I feel like I'm far enough ahead too, or aside from the fact that I don't need to get first here or even anything other than last. I do think that even if I did wipe out, I could probably still manage to... Hello. Yeah. Oh, come on, that one time I was absolutely trying to do it. Whatever. Okay. Turned out I didn't need it, but I would have really liked any of those attempts to preload to have worked. Okay. You know, I think I feel like at this point my understanding of the power slide is, in this game, you will frequently lose traction when you turn. Losing traction has particular effects. Shoot. Well, I did say that I could afford this sort of thing happening. So you cannot go that side, by the way. That is not allowed. Probably gonna lose, well, unless they just bump me ahead. Might lose my first place position here, but... But my understanding at this point of power slides is effectively, sometimes when turning in this game, particularly if you're turning hard, and or you have bad cornering, and or you're using the wrong tires, and or you're just on a slippery surface, you will lose traction. And when you lose traction, you start sliding to the side. Since your tires don't have grip anymore, your engine cannot just make your tires spin faster to make you go fast, of course, because no matter how fast your tires are spinning, they're not gripping the ground. Expert, oh boy. But as I was saying, so that has all sorts of consequences. You take a very turn arc and so on. You don't usually want to lose traction while trying to take a regular turn, but it happens. Whereas if you start doing a power slide, the effect is really just that you induce that condition deliberately. You just deliberately make yourself lose that traction. Again, it seems to have some special physics associated, because sometimes when you power slide in this game, you keep way more speed than you would if you were not power sliding. And you just lost traction naturally, it feels like. But I don't know how that makes sense, but it happens. You know, I try expert at some point. We'll see. You got different people in the expert one as well. Okay, so next time, what we'll do is we will take on short track. We'll take on the final short track and we'll finish this up. But we'll do it with a new... Wait. Oh, is this place ice? Hold on. Is this first, like, actual ice course? No. Do I actually need ice tires for once? This is the only course ever in the whole game that's actually ice? Curious how much traction will keep on the ice. Yeah, okay, wow. For the first time, I think this is the only course in the whole game that's actually just ice type, where you get 5 stars using ice tires. These tires exist for this one course. But anyways, next time we will not only take on the world with ice tires, We'll take on the world with our final ATV, what I expect to be. Get the Mudhawk, ain't anything in between. I think I'd prefer this balance here. We'll take this thing for a spin. There we go. Which is basically, we're gonna have basically the same top speed and acceleration, but also really good cornering. Awesome.